talk about a topic that has impacted my life greatly, has actually changed my feelings, my emotions when I put it into practice. And I'm sure it will be a great also help for you, and it might be of interest to you as well. So it's about how to have an attitude of gratitude. And like about 5 years ago, I read for the first time the story from Anne Fonskamp, and she shared her experience by being very bitter with God because of a traumatic event that I think anyone would be bitter, um, with resentment, and really it was a tough situation. She was a young girl. They were with their mother outside and their little baby sister, and the truck bringing the groceries comes to their farms to drop it off, and he doesn't realize the baby's right there, and in just a few seconds he crashes over where the baby's at. This dramatic event just brings a disaster in the whole family, and you can imagine what that would do to you. The mother ends up in a mental health hospital to be treated. She really suffers a lot from it and can't recuperate, needs a lot of help for many years. So Anne grows up basically without a mother, with a father that also has its challenges to take care of the kids, and herself wondering why God, if he's a good God, why does he allow these things to happen? If I open my hand and this is what God gives me, I'm just going to close my hand, never again to receive something from him, because I was hurt and I don't want to be hurt again. And I started really relating, even though I didn't have that experience in my life, of how many times I close my hands to God's whatever he gives, because I don't want him to hurt me. I don't want life to hurt me. I don't want others to hurt me anymore. So I built walls. I focus on my own protection and safety, and I'm paranoid. I develop anxiety. I even fall into depression just because life is not easy. And I focus on those hard things, and I realize I'm losing sight of the beauty, of the joy of life. And so Anne was really depressed and with a lot of challenges. But one day, close to Thanksgiving, her friend says, "Anne, I give you a challenge. I dare you to write 1,000 gifts, 1,000 things you're thankful for, and they're gifts from God to you." And she's like, 1,000? Oh, that's crazy. Like, how could I ever write 1,000 things? But then she starts by writing simple things like the air flowing on my hair, um, the little birds outside, the brown color in my boots, that beautiful smile in a child, the jam on top of my peanut butter. Just little things that we wouldn't even like really think to write them down as things we're thankful or happy about or that we like. But she did. And after months and a year, she realized she had the list, 1,000 gifts God had given her. And through that process, her heart was changed. She started to experience more joy and more of a grateful spirit and just that attitude of gratitude daily. And she encourages everyone else to do the same, to start taking more time in life to also see the bright side, the good things. And we're in a world of sin, of suffering. We all know this world is crazy and it has a lot of bad things and pain. And it was never God's intention for this world to be like that. But if we go to the beginning of how this started, it was when sin entered to the world and Satan became part of this world with his laws and his way of government, which brings disaster and wars. We're basically in war in this world, be it literally that you have war going on, but also spiritually and emotionally, and people are just going crazy. Pain was never God's intent and his will for us to experience, but we do all experience pain. But also in the midst of pain, in the midst of a desert, we can see a little flower blooming, and that shows us something beautiful. In the midst of someone suffering from cancer, and we see them sharing a smile, a word of happiness, that's not human. That's something beyond us. And so in the midst of pain, there's still little things we can look and say, I like that. I'm thankful for that. I value that. Be it people, be it things, be it tiny little things to bigger things in life that matter to you. Those are gifts. And so I started to write down daily. If you write 3 things daily at least, in 1 year you can have 1,000 things that you can count as blessings. And so my motto in life since then became count your blessings. And I like to do it before I go to sleep to have a better restful night and to be grateful for the day. Just to think, what are 3 things that happened today that I'm happy about, that I'm thankful, that are good things? And so I write them down. And it's amazing how maybe you were feeling stressed or anxious or worried, but when you put yourself in the mood of gratitude, your attitude changes. Suddenly it's not an attitude of negativism, stress, it's an attitude of gratitude, and that brings healing literally to your bones. Like there's osteoporosis, there's dementia, there's any kind of disease basically that can come because of high levels of stress, of pain, of just suffering. But when you include in your life more of the good things and you make a choice to count them and thank God for them, even your health can be improved because your immune system is stronger, and your inside, which is so important, how we feel really in the core of our soul, there's peace, there's gratefulness, and those are amazing feelings to experience. And so I have noticed in my own life that having that attitude of gratitude and making that effort daily to count my blessings, to stop, no matter how busy I am, I have time to think about the problems and talk with people about it. What if I just take a few minutes to count at least 3 things that were a blessing, that were something like beautiful that happened, or something just that I appreciate from that day? Anything. And you will find that your soul starts to change, your mood starts to change, the way you see life starts to change, and you can actually have something more to give. So Anne came out of this depression. She's helping now a lot of people around the world to experience what she has experienced and found in God, just starting with that little step of counting your blessings. And so what I would encourage you now and give you the dare to write 3 things daily that you're grateful for, that you're thankful for. You can write more, but at least 3 daily. And make Thanksgiving not just a day, but a daily routine of your whole year. You don't need to wait for Thanksgiving Day. You can make Thanksgiving every day of your life. And but just might change your whole life and attitude. So I leave this with you. Has been a great thing in my life, and I just wish you also can experience part of this joy that we can all experience if we just